would have been tough. But without this,
Blaze up.
Yes, sir.
I consider Rasta.
legendary region renovations, he was just a certain approachable brother that could relate to any type of person that.
I'd have turned on the TV there.
Yeah, that's give me thanks for that fire. You see,
Yes.
I want the eye know say of the eye live. Not live like you're out there, but live because what happened as the ambassador, I'm getting calls from all over the world. I just come off of the phone to Sister Desta in Ethiopia. I come off of the phone earlier with a bridge in Miami. And everyone is giving thanks for the work for me I put out. And everyone in my ears. So it's not like now record the I know for any. A Rasta and Rasta. And I am elder. What up now? I'm getting older. We have to face all these reality. So what I don't want to do, when I finish reading with the eye, I don't want to go up and hear and say, boy, I'm a bridge in Lumumba, they tell me this, I'm a bridge in Lumumba, they tell me that. That not, to me, that is not the way to go. I'd like to say, boy, I received a call from one of the soldiers them who is a vanguard like myself for put in some work. Here where him have to say. So free up the self Rasta and express the eye self now and tell I how the eye feel. Since the eye come out, where the eye come fine, where the eye sick. Because that's what I'm telling the world, you know. I do 15 years and come out and come find the world up, Rasta world upside down. Like, Rasta there. And that I come find. And you have, man, a jam one right now where it's the same thing. Them might tell me, say, them find, like, them must have to just hold up in a corner now and hold. The man, them with the international, them in a different forum because it's just a different forum. So, talk to her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Jabani. Rastafari.
Him live.
Yeah, well, I did a total of 25 years, in New York State, in the New York State prisons.
Yeah.
That's where we linked up at. I went to prison when I was like 16.
Yeah.
And I believe I met you on the way, when I was on the way out going home, my first day.
Yeah.
That was like I went home in 1982.
Star. So where did I meet Attica?
I believe it did. Attica.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Wrong that time then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I went out and I went back again in 80. I went in 80, around 85, and I spent a total of 2.5 years, and I was released. And my last time going back to prison was in I went in 19. The last time I went, this was in 1990.
Yeah.
And I did a total of 17 years.
Total.
I was right. Total of 17. I was deported back to Barbados, the island of Barbados. I came home in 2007. The youth program that I was involved in inside the prison, which was the youth assistance program.
Yeah.
I ended up bringing it here and opening up the Barbados Youth Action Program. Started the Barbados Youth Action Program here.
Yeah.
That started here and have led me. I went to St. Kitts, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts, St. Lucia, and Trinidad with the program. And we went to all the prisons in all those islands. We got a chance to reason with the brethren and sisters in the prisons. We was also given a golden key in Trinidad, so that a gold key in Trinidad, and they told us that anytime we come, we welcome to go to any prison that we want to go to.
So
interview.
So with the ISU, so I did end up, for lacking a better word, get involved with a rehabilitation program inside the prison. What the program that called?
The Youth Assistance Program.
Right. When I was down, there was a program called the CAU. Did I ever hear about that program?
Caribbean African Unity, yeah, I was involved in that too.
Okay, so you would have said then that the program that you're telling me about was like a sister program to the Caribbean African Unity program?
No, this program was actually ran by a Catholic priest, a Catholic a deacon.
Yeah.
Deacon Rosado. He was the head of the program, so he ended up giving me, letting me run the program for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And that program is what actually led me to come home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they would bring children in from all over the place, all institutions, everywhere, and we would just share our life experience with them.
Yeah.
And, not to scare them. We didn't scare them, but we shared our life experience to let them see where we went wrong, the consequences of us going wrong, and then we give it up to them. It's up to them to make the decision after we let them know what to expect.
So I is saying then that program was a success in several different Caribbean islands?
Yes, it was, brother. Yes, Bridget.
And you're saying because
as a matter of fact, St. Kitts brought us back 3 times to work over there.
Because what I'm hearing from the brethren them on the ground in Jamaica, it is my understanding at one stage that you didn't meet Aishant? Rasta Aishant?
Yeah, my brethren, man. My brethren.
I already got 4 shots recently in Concrete Jungle in Jamaica. You hear about that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I've been told is that Aishant and Najid, remember Najid?
Najee, yeah.
And them that try to start some type of rehabilitation program in Jamaica, but it didn't take off for different reasons. There's loads of man coming to start even talk about the brethren them. There's loads of man, and my position is that I once have a brethren named Johnny Rebel. And Rebel look for me and tell me, say, I click him, said to me, say, Bunny, any man with more than 5 years in our state prison must have some type of program where them learn. So you can't do time I'm a New York State prison come out done. It's just impossible. Because the way New York prison function, if you're going illiterate, you can't come out illiterate.
That's right.
Because one of the criteria of coming out is that you have to learn, for example, if you're a shooter, them going to tell you say you have to bring a management program, anger management program. That's one. Then you have to, if you never have a GED,
right,
you have to bring a GED program. Then you have to prepare yourself. Even if you're going to get deported, you still have to prepare yourself so you can fit in back. If them should change their mind, you can fit back in the society in the US. Now,
that's right.
Now, you have man to do 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. meeting these criteria, only to end up in Jamaica with no resource, nothing to actually merge back in the society. Right? So when I talk to the brethren them Rasta, it gives me this what I'm doing now is I'm trying to find a way how I can still reach out to these brethren to lift them up, because from what I hear, everybody does that Jamaican, there's nothing for them to actually even try to show that they have rehabilitated. Right? Now, Rastafari, because the eyes are Rasta man, eyes are Rasta man.
Really?
We did do a lot for Rasta in terms of whether right or wrong. The belief that we had back then. How old the eyes, Rasta?
62 December we just gone.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why I'm asked the eye age, because the eye is not a little chicken. The eye is not a little chicken. That means the eye, we were once, for lack of a better word, they call it Rudy Poo. We were once Rudy Poo. That's the American way of, Rudy Poo, delinquent Rudy Poo. Yeah, we was once Rudy Poo. But we are now grown.
No, the other one. You follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridget.
Yeah. We are now grown, man, and we are now becomes elder.
Yes, I.
Yeah, we have now becomes elder. And
true.
I mean, we all would like to give back something to the society that we are now a part of. Yeah? So, how do I find Rasta after the I come forward? When I come forward.
Well, it was totally different to how I was introduced to Rastafari in the 70s in Brooklyn. I especially coming here to Barbados. When I land here in Barbados, I see so many people with locks. And it took me a while to adjust to understand that everybody you see with locks ain't Rasta no more. No more.
So tell us something. Who introduced the eye to Rasta in Brooklyn?
Well, a brethren named Richie.
Yeah, which part of Brooklyn I used to be?
I used to be on Franklin and Eastern Parkway.
Okay, so that
between Franklin and Crown Heights.
Yeah, all right. So, I just want to put in my mind how back in the days them place the car back in them region there was like, I and I. When I say I and I, Caribbean people.
The stronghold. Yeah, the stronghold. Yeah, the stronghold.
Yeah. So, so Rasta was a strong force back then in them Bushwick, Crown Heights, Vanderveer,
that's right.
New Lots,
that's right.
Bushwick, So
East New York.
Yeah, East New York. I mean, talking about East New York, you remember how the parade used to run Eastern Parkway parade?
Yeah, the Labor Day parade.
Yeah, because I think I took a beating from that incident with it happened on the parade with Bongo them and the whole a lot of man get scraped up behind that, right?
Yeah.
Which was again was I a fight each other, Rasta and Rasta. The touchy was Rasta, Bongo, Hot Stepper, everybody was Rasta. I mean, so we make these mistakes and we go inside and we really, as Rasta, we'd have to go through certain victimization and stand up to certain system because I don't want to go in that part of it. How do I know in Barbados? How is life in Barbados pertaining to Rasta?
Life in Barbados pertaining to Rasta, brethren, I don't think you can separate it. I don't even think there's no separation between Rasta and the population anymore. Before there was a separation, you would know Rasta. You would know Rasta. But now it's like everything is like all mixed in, blend. So you don't know who is who.
I remember one time when they never allowed Jamaican Rasta to come to Barbados. You remember that?
No, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah,
I left here when I was 8 years old, you know.
Okay, so you wouldn't know about that. But 1980, there is a Rasta scholar by the name of Lasimja. Yeah? And he was coming from Jamaica to go to the university there in Barbados to do a lecture. And them hold him off at the airport for hours. Would let him in because at that time there was Rasta was on the no go. Barbados was a place that we were banned from going. Lasimja is still in Jamaica. I think he's on away the program right now. But you see, the thing about this now, there is a different generation. Like you see, I know the youth them that's so as elder. I don't know
as elders, yeah.
But all the youth them in the Barbados interact with the
Again, brethren, the poison all over the globe now. So, you know, to say how the youth is in Barbados is the same as saying how the youth is in Brooklyn, how the youth is in Jamaica, how the youth is in Trinidad. It's the same thing now. You understand what I mean? So the youth here, well, I can't just lump them all. You got some of them that's real progressive, very conscious, and then on the other hand, you got a lot of them that's been led astray from the parents or led astray from the little group that they're in or the little block that they hang on. So you know, to say that the youths and just lump everybody into one thing, I think I would be doing it a disservice because you got more youths that's doing progressive things and more youths that's thinking positive than the youths that's thinking negative. But for some reason, the ones that think negative get all the airplay, so you never get to see. So everybody would think, well, this is what youths doing. Every youth out here killing. Every youth out here selling drugs. Every youth out here, but no, it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's just that balance.
Well, for me, I've never set foot in a Barbados. Still, I think I stopped one time on a flight from Jamaica to London here where I'd stop in Barbados and just for like a short transit type of thing. But from what I hear, the youths in Barbados is more, I say more calmer than the youth in Jamaica, because Jamaica youth have I think for somehow them have a deep-seated disrespectful, hateful ways to us elder. Them don't really embrace elder. Is it the same thing you would say in Barbados?
Yeah, the youths don't embrace the elders neither. Them is fight against the elders, and I could see where they don't fight against me, but I could understand why they fight against a lot of the elders. You understand? And they don't show me that same disrespect. They always respect me. Always, since I've been, always had my respect.
Why you think them don't disrespect you?
Why they don't disrespect me?
Yeah.
Because if I sitting down reasoning with them, it's not about how much people I shoot back in the days. or how what a bad man I used to be. That don't be the reasoning. Even if that's the reasoning, I using that to show them where I went wrong. It's not that I showing them or looking for no props or like, yeah, that was a shotter when he was in New York, when he was in Brooklyn. This no, I use my life experience not to bring them into it, but to show them that there's a better way from it.
Right. My experience with the youths, them, yeah, I find that, all right, I'm 67, yeah?
All right.
How I interact with youths, wherever I go in the world, I find that youths don't normally disrespect I neither. And that I am youth, how can I say this? When I did not grow, when I was a youth, yeah, I know any big man could have talked to I wasn't disrespectful to elders. But some big man couldn't tell I nothing because it's a thing with being an elder. So now,
right.
So now, me becomes an elder now. I don't really try to give you too much talk. Because if you try to tell them what to do, they will disrespect you. Right? Because most of them I find them not a father figure in them house. So them going first to ask you who you think you talk to, big man, you're not my dad. You will get that from them. But I find the one them that rude relate to me different than the normal youth. Meaning that a youth were rude. When I say a youth were rude, I know really becomes a challenge to him. And when I rude youth start talk to me, and if I talk out of the side of my neck, I always put myself forward when I was 15 or when I was 17.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, and when I put myself there, I realized that for some reason, I have some little talk when I deal with you. I could tell a youth, say, yo, my youth, where I deal with right now, not taking away, because I was once 17 like you too, when I 17 like you, me different from you. With a smile.
Right.
You would relate to them thing there. So I not try to show him some bad on him or anything. I try to show him some youth easy with that man. That's something that I'm gonna work because I was 117. So I find a lot of elders don't get no respect because them have criteria where them feel say youth for meet and them not look upon it say themselves for the youth. So that becomes problematic now because when you can't relate to the youths, them also relate to you too. Cause them look by and say, yeah, that's a big man, they know what time it is. Cause them can't just look by you and say, oh, and relate to you, And it's not something where it's a novel thing where if you know you was a youth, then you as an elder, you have to lead by example. Most elders now lead by example. You see?
But that's what I mean. That you can't expect to be a big man and you sitting down on the corner and you talking and you joining in conversations with the youths and the youths talking about killing and this and that and you joining in the conversation. Eventually they're going to start to see you like them. They're not going to be seeing you as an elder. They're going to start seeing you like them. So how they deal with each other is how they're going to start dealing with you.
That's correct.
And you see what I mean? And I tell a lot of elders, you got a lot of elders here that want dress just like the youths or try to compete with the youths. And and they say you're not this isn't about competing with the youths or trying to look younger than them. This is their time. We had our time. We had our time. We did what we had to do with our time. Now it's their time. All we dare to do is to guide them, and if they need us to be there or to reason with them, we could be there. But we can't be taking the position like we telling them what to do, because they're gonna rebel. They are going to rebel. If, as you said, if they never had father figure when they came up, and then all of a sudden you as an elder step into their life and you want to play the father. There's ways that you could play the father role without being aggressive. You understand what you always like me?
Yes, I.
You gonna get to know these youths. Listen to them. Don't only talk at them. Listen to them. A lot of them real intelligent, very intelligent.
And next thing, fire. Recently, I hear Barbados become what? Lego the Queen. How is life now and how things are shaped now since? We know it's kind of early, but still.
You know, storefront back in the days in Brooklyn when you got it looked like you're selling things in there, but the reality is enough weed selling from in the back. You call it storefronts, right? But that's what I see that as. These names, Republic and Democrat and Socialist, and all of them is the same thing.
So you don't feel nothing really.
If you look at, nothing can change, because the same people that run colonialism is the same people that run in the Republic. So it only changing. These things only change in names. These things only, but for the average man and woman on the ground, life remains the same. If you look at Trinidad is a republic. Look at the conditions of black people over there. If you look at Guyana is a republic. Been a republic long time. Look at the conditions of black people over there. I mean, you name it. Look at any place that's a republic, that's black people is, and show me where there's a thriving community, that they're back on top, that they're doing what. It'd be the same thing. Same thing.
All right. In terms of Rasta now, yeah? Because yesterday, in terms of Rasta, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of Rasta, yesterday I hear a daughter make a talk, and the daughter say, Rasta, Rastafari, glory, leave Jamaica. So like, we have several crises right now in the Rasta community in Jamaica, in the Bubble House, in the Bingy House. How is Rasta on the ground there in Barbados? Is there anything?
The same thing going on. The same thing, brethren. When all these different sects start coming to Rastafari, because I remember, well, yeah, we didn't know about, in Brooklyn we didn't know about 12 Tribe, and you had a few Bingy and a few Bobo, but it wasn't that big.
Yeah.
But the most of the time when you see Rasta, you just see Rasta. You didn't see Bobo, you didn't see 12 Tribe. We was just Rasta.
Well, listen. And you see where I said this, so I think this is the sticking point now where make the I and I different. You hear what I say, look while? You say, when we dip on the ground in America, we don't see tribe. We don't see Rasta. And that's how we relate to each other as Rasta. So, So right now, me I talk as two Rasta man. Whether you're 12 Tribe or whether you're Bobo or whether you're Bingy, that not come into who we is.
Right.
Who I is none of your business. You just see me as a Rasta man, and me I see as a Rasta man. Now, I think that is very important because that's what make I and I different. Because it's Ras, and you see, with that approach when we were in the state, that's what it keep us as a binding factor. And next thing, how long did I live in the state for?
Close to 40 years.
In the state. So
Yeah.
So is it honest? Is it safe to say then that the I eat, think, operate, and function as an American citizen?
As an American citizen?
Yeah, because why I asked that question, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember when I was in the state that you have the average man with a amongst yourself attack, say, yo, me them too like them Yankee boy, yeah, me not like them Yankee girl. You have man that hold them kind of position there. Right? But
yeah.
When I come to the state, I come to the state as a freedom fighter. Because back then it was the liberation, and I know you experienced the black liberation struggle. So under the liberation struggle, it was us and them. Meaning that us meaning that black and white. That's how it is cut. Right? So there was no three-way to it. It was just us and them. So under the criteria there, I never leave America and I think say I did actually believe me a part of America. The black America. I did actually function like that. I have whole heap of black American hygiene with me and them sistering, and me did actually participate into and support black American in whatever program them did bring forward.
Me have a shop and some I deal with a customer right now.
Well, listen, this fire. It was always I for reason with the I star, and feel free for link again anytime. Here, Rasta. One perfect love.
Yes. His Majesty.
Him live. I read.
Reigns and rules.
Yes, I.
Greetings in the name of His Majesty Haile Selassie the First, Empress Zero Menin, one perfect balance. This is the year you call a New Year 2022, but we our year that we Rasta really we celebrate is from New Year is September 11th, right? So as said and done, I want to greet you in peace and love. There's a lot of things happening in Barbados, and you haven't heard this the first time. You'll probably be hearing us together for the year. I want to let you know. Let's stay focused. Remember, stay focused. Whether you're not hearing or seeing us, stay focused. And the problem is that there's a situation going on over this election now where it seems like it's being an unfair move by the head of state or the prime minister. It seems like some nasty moves been going on here in Barbados, and certain things that are doing to prevent the others from getting that privilege, that jump. Right? It seems like May's out front and she's balling and she's singing with her thing, and she's not getting people to favorite the other candidates. But I wish you all the luck. Remember, if somebody is looking to destroy your life and cast you down and make you look stupid, make you do things that you don't want to do, infringe on your rights, you got the right. This is the point now that you got the choice. I cannot do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. You got to come to the realization that you are being used, you're being abused, and your rights are taken away. So you know you got the pen. Do it. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Do what is right, people. Do what you got to do. I did work up some songs for you all. Don't worry. That's what I've been sewing a while. But anyhow, the brethren got some word here to share. Share it, brother.
Irie.
Yeah.
Stand firm.
To all the brethren and sisters who say they celebrate January 1st as the New Year's, I want to wish you all blessed, a prosperous, and a more enlightening New Year's. Most of us, we celebrate our New Year's September 11th. But anyway, we want to get to the point now of what is taking place. We always getting distracted. We always getting distracted. I'm saying we already know. That's what I'm saying. Once you know, you're supposed to be in a position to do better. We already know what Mia is doing. We already know how she's coming. We already know from 2 years ago. We see the lies, the deception, the deceit, all these things taking place. We see it. So we know that there won't be no different with no election or with no snap election. We know once you start wrong, you can't end right. So it got to keep going. It has to keep going. So what we need to do is just listen. People, brethren, sisters, everybody in Barbados, stay focused on what we are supposed to be doing. We already know what me is going to do. We already know, we already could basically tell what the elections is, what is going to happen. We could already know that. But what we're saying is, are we prepared? We as a people, are we prepared? And when you don't hear from me and Bongo Lights, I wanted to know that this is, we got a life outside of social media.
Yeah.
And, we got responsibilities.
Exactly.
We still got families. We still got, our own individual
priorities
to take care of. You understand what I mean? So people, that's what we need to do. Start focusing on yourself. Don't worry about what's going on outside of you or around you. Start creating your own world.
Rastafari, Almighty Haile Selassie, Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful, ever sure.
Perfect love.